Hey, TMH, what's up?
Oh, man. Oh, cool. My hands are now cleaner.
Hey, Thambone. Hey, Flores.
Thambone?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to World Comedy Studios in Los Angeles, California. Hey, Zach. What's going on, my friend? Hopefully we'll have some more people join us. Hey, guys. Hey, dude. I have a quick question for you. Okay, I have time for a quick question. I'm actually going to restart this, if not. How do you chat while broadcasting? Well, the answer I tell everybody is I'm magic, but I actually have a separate device open with Periscope. Hello?
Hello, hello.
Hey, dude.
What's going on?
Not too much. Come on in. All right, guys. So we're going to get started in just a second. I'm just going to share this with a few people. You can feel free to do the same thing, and then we will get started. All right. Got that. We got that. Okay, sharing it on Facebook here. Okay. And today I think I'm going to ask everybody to do about 5 minutes. All right, because
Everyone goes longer?
oh yeah, no, and it's cool. Sometimes I have more time, sometimes I have less time.
Okay.
And what the hell is going on? Hey, what's up, Sal? Well, you know, we'll get started on the first comic, and if numbers haven't increased, I'm going to restart the broadcast. So share it with people if you want. Hey, Dean. All right, guys, so first up, oh, by the way, this is an open mic where you're watching comedians work out their material. Some of the comics are okay with critique. Some of the comics would rather not have your critique. And normally people don't give critique at an open mic anyway, so please respect their wishes. Your first comedian is one of the people that would rather you just enjoy their set and not worry about critiquing them. I'm happy to introduce to you, I've known him a long time, he's a really good guy. Please welcome Aaron Michael Marsh.
Hello, the internet. Hello, people. I don't feel happy with the fact that I had to acknowledge the internet first. I shouldn't have done that. I don't want to talk to the internet because my mom already talks to me like incomplete YouTube comments. You know, like it's like nothing ever good. It's all downvotes. And I've never looked at a YouTube comment and been like, tell me more about why I suck. You know, like there's never been like, yeah, please elaborate on how I can feel bad about myself. I've been having a problem lately. I'm a workaholic, which means I've just been getting really drunk at work, just super wasted. That was really funny to me when I walked over here earlier today. I have a lot of tattoos. They're nerdy. They're Star Wars tattoos. You guys can see them. The internet can trust me. And I did that because I wanted to meet like a really nerdy girl. You know, like I wanted to be able to approach a girl and be like, hey, is that a brand new cape you just bought? Because I just rolled a +2 in charisma. You know, like that's what I wanted. But instead, I get a lot of introverted men in their 30s, you know, that have questions for me like, hey, if you could have any action figure you wanted as a kid but never had, what would it be? Be like, ooh, I'll take a Darth Vader, and he'll talk, and he'll say, I am your father. I love you. I'm proud of you. I don't care that you do stand-up comedy. You know, like that's the action figure I want. I played a lot of Final Fantasy as a kid. You know, like, and the fantasy was that we'd have up to a party of 4 at any given time. You know, like we'd go outside, we'd do things. Every now and then a girl would join the party. That was the fantasy. I do like that Final Fantasy is only a 1-player game. Because they're like, what if a second player wants to come along? Like, that's not a problem. They're 15 games in, it's never been a problem. Like, no one's ever like, can we get multiplayer? Like, as if that's never come up in the whole thing. And that's never been a problem for Final Fantasy. They know that the Final Fantasy of those people is to just meet more online friends. That is complete fantasy for them. I watch way too much baseball. I'm actually like upset that baseball's over. And people are like, baseball's boring. You're like, really, what would make it more exciting? If they hit souvenirs into the stands throughout the course of the game? Oh wait, they do. All the time. Every ball becomes a souvenir. At no other sport do they take every single ball in play and make it a souvenir. You know, like, after almost every pass, like if it was like hockey and every pass, like they took the puck and threw it in the audience, like that is the equivalent of what baseball does for their fans. Every foul ball ends up in the audience. Every out ends up in the audience. It's great. I was actually on Periscope driving to the Dodger game, and they were like, "This is boring. Why'd you go see baseball? It's boring." I'm like, "You're watching me drive in Los Angeles traffic on the 101. There is no way that this is like the ultimate in excitement where baseball does not compare." Let's see. I should wrap this up soon, guys. Or am I at 3 minutes? What is this at there?
I'm not timing you.
Perfect.
I expect you guys to know what 5 minutes feels like.
Good.
I was gonna say, it's like, I think every girlfriend I've ever had expects me to know what 5 minutes feels like. Wrong! I got her. Did not get her. I was like, for some reason, like, I wrote something down yesterday. I'm like, what is the joke I wanted to say from yesterday? I'm never gonna come up with it. I will tell you guys this. I found out recently that OBGYN is not a rapper. And my mom is not going to Wu-Tang concerts. Guys, I'm Aaron Michael Marsh. Thank you very much for listening.
Hey, Aaron, all right. So, good job. Dudes, you're watching World Comedy Studios from Los Angeles, California. You can go to worldcomedy.club, and normally I say you can go up top and click on the button that says support a comedian, but check this shit out. We've been working on the website. Let me show you what's new here, guys. Hang on a second. You can actually go on the main page now. Aaron Michael Marsh is right there. Just scroll him into the middle, and you'll be able to pay him right from the main page. So there you go. I just use my PC to watch this and my phone. Cool. Hey, what's up, Ken? I couldn't say your name. Okay. So, yeah. But as you're watching today, comedy is hard. So, you know, if you no, what I mean is being a comedian is hard. Mm-hmm. So if you want to show some support and pay some of the comics, Sabra, good to see you. Okay, guys, we are Hook. What do you mean Hook? We're saying I live in New York City. Was at the cellar last night. It was great. Oh, cool, dude. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next comedian. And I meant hi, stupid autocorrect. Okay. That's funny. Who's up next? All right, dude, fine. I get it. I'm talking a lot. Monty, you want to go up next?
Sure.
All right, guys, if you've been watching, then you have seen this next dude a bunch of times. I'm glad he's here. Please welcome Monty Lamonti.
Hello, thank you. On my way here, I noticed I'm using GPS a lot because I've just moved here from Chicago. I don't know my way around. So my only way to get anywhere is I'm completely reliant on GPS, a higher force, power, if you will. But I gotta tell you, it can be very aggravating at times. Like, I feel like it's pretty bossy. Like, it keeps telling me, turn left, turn left, turn left. I feel like I've heard the first time. You know, it's a lot like my wife. And I'm not even getting laid, though. You know, it's just there and aggravating me, but it does nothing else for me but piss me off and get me where I need to go. A little more than my wife does for me, but still equally as aggravating. Another thing, too, is it has a route system. And I actually have it set. You can preset your GPS to go fastest, shortest, longest, however you want the route to go. I have mine set for fastest and shortest amount of time. And when I click routes, it gives me the first option that I'm already at, and then it gives me two other options after that, and both other options are longer and slower. Not what I requested in my settings, and I feel like, what are you doing? Like, it's almost insulting, like it's fucking me over, and it knows that it is. And then it gets me so mad, and then I feel crazy, because then there's that moment when I'm like, oh, you motherfucking GPS. All I want, if I had 3 wishes right now, all of them would be that you could be emotionally destroyed like me, by me, from being upset by you with these damn directions. And I feel like a mental midget just because it's telling me to turn right 3 times in a row and extending my drive when I ask for more routes. It drives me crazy. I know I need to breathe and slow down. One thing I do love, though, that doesn't piss me off is heavy metal music. Love it, big fan, have since I was a child. One of my all-time favorite bands, which I know most of you aren't familiar with, Judas Priest. And one thing furthermore you're not familiar with, the lead singer in the band is gay and came out as gay, was kicked out of the band, and they made a movie about it called Rockstar. Now, when I was a kid in the 80s, I had no idea. And I'll never forget, my friend's older brother went to go see the band, and after the show, the next day, he told us Judas Priest was great, but you're never gonna get this. The lead singer, Rob Halford, is gay. And we were like, what? No, he's not. That's Rob Halford. Did you forget? He's the metal god? And he goes, no, I'm telling you, we met him, he's gay. And we're like, whoa, no, Jim, Rob Halford is not gay. In case you forgot, he's hell-bent for leather, remember? And he goes, no, I am telling you, trust me, he's gay. We're like, that's it, Jim, get out of here. Like, we were homophobic, we were kids, we didn't know any better, but like, now who cares? I take a thumb in the ass, it doesn't matter to me. But now that I think about it and I look back, like, come on, how did I not know? I mean, one, hell-bent for leather, no straight male is hell-bent for leather. And he came out in all leather, studs, spikes, a riding crop. This guy was Mr. International Leather Male, 1981, 2, 3, 4, up until today. I mean, what was I thinking? They actually had a song before the gay hookup app called Grinder. And the lyrics are Grinder, looking for meat, Grinder wants you to eat. What? How did I not know? They had a video for one of their songs, Hot Rockin', which is all about hanging out in a Russian bathhouse. And the band in the video, they're all on fire and they have flames on them. And Rob Halford, the lead singer, is wearing a white towel and he's just throwing water on rocks. I mean, it was so gay, but I didn't know when I was a kid. I was like, he's British. And it actually went so far, I actually went out and I bought a leather cap with studs and spikes on it. And I wore it out to the park one day to meet all my friends. And everybody was like, dude, what are you doing? You look totally gay. And I was like, no, I don't. I look like Rob Halford. All right, everybody, my name is Monty, and I run a breakfast blog. I don't know if you could please take the time to check it out. It is breakfastblogman.wordpress.com. That's breakfastblogman.wordpress.com. Thank you.
All right. Monty the Monty, everybody. World Comedy Studios from Los Angeles, California. Go on to worldcomedy.club. You have to scroll up to the top for the support a comedian button for Monty if you want to throw Monty some money so he can continue eating breakfast and blogging about it. Okay, Rami. All right, so we're going to have our next comedian. It's going to be you.
All right.
Okay? Gerald. Okay. All right, guys. First time here, hopefully not the last. Please welcome comedian Gerald Crosetti.
Yo, we got my name right. Periscope, let's get it. I'm really passive aggressive, you know, and it's a problem that I have. I'm trying to be more assertive, you know what I'm saying? Because like it's what I do, it's not good for both parties involved, the people and me. Like I'm the type of my passive aggression. My thing is that like I wait. I don't say anything that bothers me, so I just wait and let it build up, and then when I finally build up, I just explode. You know what I'm saying? Like this one time, this girl at my job, she called me a pussy, and like, I don't think you understand how it feels when a woman calls you a pussy. It's like, damn, this girl called me a pussy. If a woman's calling me a pussy, then I must actually be a pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I think like the first time she did it, she was talking about guns or something, and I came in and I was like, man, I don't like guns. I don't want guns anywhere around my energy field. She was like, pussy. And I didn't say anything, you know, because I don't want to condone, you know, entertain that kind of stuff. So I let it slide. But like the 20th time she did it, I think I came in and like her and my other coworkers were like sitting around the computer and they were watching some dude get shot up on World Star Hip Hop or some shit. And I walked in and was like, what do you guys want? Oh, I don't want to see that. She was like, pussy. And then it snapped, like I snapped like Jim Carrey did in Me, Myself, and Irene. My veins came out, my neck, and my eyes got bloodshot, and I went, what if I called you a bitch? And you should just see her face, it was crazy. She was like, and she never talked to me again, like ever again. And she got fired too. But you should stand up for yourself all the time. Periscope. I encourage you to do that, please. And what else? Oh, there's a lot of crazy like wildlife animals in Los Angeles, if you believe it or not, wherever you're from. Like a while ago, I saw a skunk, and I've never seen a skunk before, man. Like I was walking in my car at night, and I just see this little skunk, like cross my path. I'm like, oh my god, it's a fucking skunk. Like, what the fuck is it gonna do? This is crazy. Like, I thought it was like instantly gonna come up and like, you know, whatever skunks do, like shit on you or spray you or something. It's pretty cool though. And then one night I was like arguing on the phone with my dad. I was like, Dad, oh man, I hate you, man. Give me some more money, man. Please, man. I'm broke. You don't understand my struggle. And under a bush, I saw a lizard. A fucking lizard, man. Like, have you ever seen a lizard in your life? I haven't. And so, like, I kicked it to make sure it wasn't, like, dog shit. You know what I'm saying? And it, like, scurried under the tree. And I was like, what the fuck is a lizard doing in Los Angeles? Like, what is it gonna do next? What is it gonna do when it gets cold? Is it gonna die? Like, and one time I was walking out of my apartment and I saw a squirrel fall out of a tree. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like, it was really high too. Like, the palm tree was really high. And I see this little, and then, pow. I thought it was like a brick or a wood or something. I was like, man, this shit could have fucking hit my head. But it like came to, and it was a squirrel. And it like, I think the squirrel was like fucking, it was embarrassed that it fell out of a tree. And it like hopped away, like hobbled away. And I was like, damn, that squirrel must have been going so hard. Like, how the fuck does it fall out of a tree, Periscope? How does a squirrel fall out of a tree, man? I don't know. And so, what else, man? Like, oh, and there's a lot of crazy people in, I'm gonna say crazy. I'm not gonna say mentally ill. You know, I don't want to be politically, this guy just looked at me, you're like, crazy. Like, he's hurt. There's crazy people out here. One time I saw this dude, this was like 2 days ago. I was going to get my hair cut. And this crazy dude was in front of a barbershop. He had a CD player in his hand. He had earphones in, but the earphones weren't plugged in. And he was standing in front of the barbershop like, okay, and I stopped and was like, really, man? That's all you got? Like, that's the craziest thing you know how to do? That's like the most generic crazy thing to do, I feel like. Like, if I was crazy, I would do that. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do a crazy thing. I'm gonna get a CD player, which is fucking crazy enough, and get some headphones and not have them plugged in, and just walk around going, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the fact that, like, he was conscious enough to do that means that he wasn't fucking crazy, man. But that was that. I think that's about 5 and some change. All right, guys, I love you. Hit me up.
All right. I'm afraid to say your name again now because I got it right the first time. Gerald Crosetti. All right, guys, Gerald Crosetti. If you want to show him some love, go to worldcomedy.club.
Oh, yeah.
Click on that button up top. They can hear you too. Click on the button up top, and you guys are good to go. Always watch Scopes while I poop. Awesome. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to go international now. There's a man living in my computer, or he's actually from Leeds in the United Kingdom. Please give it up for the full-faced Andrew Tubman.
Hey, guys. Constructive criticism, full face could also mean fat. But no, I'll take it. As you can see my face. If you can't see my face, it's very Hitler Youth. It's not really something I want to be associated with. We are very good public speakers, though. I'm not. Last time that I did, like I said, it was kind of like a family theme. I'm gonna kind of keep it more freestyle now. Like I've just like the mic started with Aaron kind of like saying that some comedians are open for constructive criticism. I'm one of those comedians open for constructive criticism. I've just realised today that there is such a thing as constructive criticism on the internet, so I'm gonna give it a go. But yeah, I'll tell you a bit about myself. First time I ever did sex to someone was a lot like the first time I ever performed at a gig. Like, I was nervous, wasn't really sure what I was doing. I had to wait for the other guys there to finish. it ended with someone shouting out, "You're shit, get off." But yeah, there's another thing. Actually, I spoke about my parents last time, and like the worst thing is that like my brother's like my parents' favorite. Like my parents like are much more prouder and love my brother a lot more than I do. And with me, like they have, I know that because they introduce us very differently to people. Like they'll introduce my brother. This is our oldest son, Chris. He's 26 and he has a real job. And this is our other son, not Chris. He's 24 and he's turning 25 soon. My mum loves that joke, probably because it focuses on my brother, just like she does. But it's a case of, some people do have amazing parents. Like maybe not me, but I had a friend which like he was raised by like a single mum, and he used to constantly kind of tell me about how great she was and how she did everything for him, which was really nice. But one time he crossed the line and said that she was the hardest working single parent ever. I think you'll find the hardest working single parent ever was God. Like, he created the world in 6 days and has over 6 billion children. And he made a rule against adultery and got some other dude's wife pregnant and heralded it as a miracle, and gets people to celebrate it. So like, I'm sorry, but God's winning. Like past that though, one of my favorite things about kind of doing comedy for people is that like people like to talk about your problems for like a really long time before they start to realize you're not leading to a punchline. But yeah, like people can be really supportive, unlike my parents. But yeah, more about me is that I'm single. Been single for quite a while. I think it's because I use words like bangable to describe myself. I haven't had a relationship in ages. Like the only time I've ever convinced a girl to move in with me is on Minecraft. But I quite like being single. Like so many girls nowadays try and stick their finger up your butt. Like my prostate's fine. Get away from there. I don't care what Cosmo says. But it's really interesting. I went on a date with a girl a few weeks ago that I used to work with, and it was a great date until at the end. Like obviously the bill came, and the bill came at about £40, dollars, euros. I'm just throwing a few for you guys. $40, and I was like, oh, that's not too bad. That's $20 each. And she said, no, as the guy, I expect you to pay for that. It's just that I'm really old-fashioned. So I said, well, firstly, in the olden days, you most likely wouldn't have been my boss. And secondly, if we were to do everything that it used to be done in the olden days, then you wouldn't have really had a vote in what we did. Anyways, my place or yours. But people watching, you don't have to feel that bad for the girl that I was dating, because like a lot of girls that I date, she's completely made up, so that's absolutely fine. And I think I really hate like double standards, like in every case with like gender. Like I hate the fact. Oh, how long have I got left?
A minute.
Okay. Yeah, I really hate double standards and generally. In terms of gender, I really hate when loads of people when a girl says she's been having sex with loads of guys, it's just easy, and then when I've been having sex with loads of girls, everyone says you fucking liar. No, you haven't. Poking people on Facebook doesn't count, and like I just don't like that society prices people that I've sex with loads of guys as fusies or prison people. But yeah, I couldn't really think of those. But my final thing is, if anyone wants to follow me after this gig, on Tinder, Mac.com, and by far the best dating website ever, LinkedIn.
All right, Andrew, I'm going to cut it there because your feed is starting to go in and out. But guys, Andrew Tubman, all the way from Leeds in the UK. Good job, Andrew. Andrew is on our website if you want to go and show him some love. We're World Comedy Studios out of Los Angeles, California. And you can go to worldcomedy.club and you can check out what else is going on and pay any of the comedians that you want to. And yes, so we have one more comedian for you today. So please welcome Doug Dixon.
Good dance stuff.
Yeah, I'm working on my dance moves, my coming to the stage dance moves. Right on. So the question in my world right now is, why did I wear a gray shirt on this balmy December afternoon? Can you answer that for me, Internet? All right. Well, do we want to talk about gun massacres, or do we want to hear dick and fart jokes? Dick and fart jokes. Okay, you guys are the boss. He's on board. Leeds has got it. Let's see. Does anyone feel like their brain is a shitty radio station that they just can't change the dial? Like just popping in crap, just crappy song after crap. All right, coming up in the next hour, we're going to have an imaginary argument with your wife, and then we're going to remember one line to a song you heard 9 years ago. But first, we're going to reenact every mistake you made in the 10th grade, you loser. You freaking... All right. That's fine. Found out recently there is a descendant of Osama bin Laden who lives in Los Angeles. She's a model. She goes by the name Wafa Dufour. You can look it up, Internet. Given name Wafa bin Laden, she had to change her last name because you can't get any kind of career in showbiz in America, especially with the infamous last name. She's not the first celebrity who's had to change their last name, it turns out. I looked it up. The most famous celebrity who's had to do that goes by the name Macho Man Randy Hussein. All right. That's not true, Internet. That is not true. Don't look. Someone's on like, whoa. His name is actually Randy Savage. That is, Doug, you are being facetious. Faggot. Someone typed faggot, I'm sure, because it's the Internet, and that's what the Internet does. It's what the interwebs do. I've got a hummingbird feeder on my balcony. I like to watch those little guys do their thing. And I was looking at it, and I started doing the math. They drink nectar their entire lives. They drink sugar water, and I looked it up. They live to be about 5 years on average. So they're just drinking sugar water, and they're maybe this big. Why are we not eating hummingbirds? It is 2015. We've got hoverboards now. Why can't we eat hummingbirds? I want to know that. I want to know why. You can't tell me they're not delicious. You can't tell me like a slow-cooked, sautéed hummingbird, maybe cram some sriracha right down its throat. All it takes is one person to go to Home Depot and get one of those bug zappers and just put it right next to the hummingbird feeder and just look away for 30 minutes. Just do that. Forget the fact that you're killing a Pixar movie every time you take one out, I'm sure. They're cute little bastards, though. It's like a cute little reenactment of the dogfight scenes in Top Gun every time I watch those little things. It's a lot. It's a hoot, as my mama likes to say. A dang hoot. Yeah. I'm a dog owner. Alright. Thank you. Could be a shitty dog owner. I mean, it could be just chained in the backyard. Anyways. Dog owners, it turns out, we all like to screw with our dogs' heads. I've started to realize, you'll see some dog owners, they'll have the laser pointer. They'll just kind of, do that, lead the dog around. They'll be throwing the tennis ball around. They'll do like the bluff throw on occasion, Here's something I like to do to screw with my dog's head. On occasion, I'll take a bucket of red paint and I'll throw it on her and I'll yell "fur is murder" at her. Totally screwing with her head, guys. The look on her face, she had no idea what was happening. No idea. Should not have done it inside the apartment. She did the shake. My living room looks like a Jackson Pollock painting, basically. It's just not. Hindsight's always 20/20. Aaron was talking about he's got the tattoos. I'm not a tattoo guy because I fear if I got any, like, I have bad luck, and I'm a huge Dave Grohl fan. Just love the guy. Nirvana's my favorite band. Foo Fighters, Queens of the Stone Age, yes, good stuff that he does. Huge Dave Grohl fan. But I fear if I got some sort of Dave Grohl tattoo on a Monday, on Tuesday he's caught with like 10 terabytes of kiddie porn. And now I'm just stuck with a goddamn Dave Grohl child. Not Dave Grohl, the guy who wrote Everlong. It's Dave Grohl, the guy who likes to brush kids' teeth with his dick. Like, that's... Like, how many people are walking around with Michael Jackson tattoos right now that they got, like, in 1988 or something like that before we found out he was terrible? I get a Star Wars tattoo. If I get a Star Wars tattoo, we're going to find out a week later that George Lucas is running, like, a dogfighting ring or something like that. Like, that's how my luck would turn out, basically. All right, Periscope, keep hope alive. Thank you. I'm Doug Dixon. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Doug Dixon, guys. You're watching World Comedy Studios out of Los Angeles, California. Sabri, you don't care what Michael Jackson did? He funky? I mean, I know everybody likes Michael Jackson, but come on. All right. So, yes, guys, we have comedy spots and scopes here almost all the time. Guys, can you hold it just a minute, please? So, guys, we have comedy scopes here on a daily basis, and we also, what? We do live comedy scopes. That's what we fucking do here. And we do classes, and we're launching a podcast network, all kinds of shit. If you're not following, please do. And, guys, we'll be back tonight with an 8 o'clock mic and a 9:30. And if you're not following us, you're going to miss them, so make sure you do. We'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.